Liam and
Will we share screen for presentation?
Yeah, Miss He, can you check if they can share the screen?
They can, yeah, they can share the
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're going to share the screen.
Okay.
Very nice.
So,
AOE FLL Spring 2020 Final Project by Kylan Bai and Mia Zhang.
So they were the host of this.
Colleen and Mia, there is some echo coming from at least one of you.
Who's drawing?
Sorry, it's coming for me. How about now?
Okay.
I can't seem to move the screen.
Okay, please disable the annotation from other people.
Okay. I can't move the, oh, okay.
We wanted to say we enjoyed spending time.
People stop drawing.
Time together as a team, and we love this class. The coaches are super nice, and they know everything, and the teammates are amazing. We hope everybody is safe during this pandemic. The creators who made this, Kylan and Mia, we helped each other with some of the problems in OpenReport Lab. Okay, get ready. We're gonna switch gears and show you our final code and then continue with the presentation. We are going to presentate the following. Any questions so far?
Red light. Click enter to continue.
We don't see the code.
Obstruction.
We do not see your application.
Yeah, we don't see your code.
I think I have to share and reshare again. Okay, hold on.
Now you got it. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Okay, yeah, now we can see.
Red light. Click enter to continue. Obstruction detected. Follow black line, press down, or find a different path, press it.
If we press the down button, it will follow the black line. And I'm pretty sure you know what that looks like, so I'm going to show you when we press the up button, what it will look like. It will first turn and it will do a path, and then it will detect the black line. And we'll see.
Black line, press down, or find a different path, press up.
If you want to detect and go more, then you can press the up button, but I'm just going to press the down button. So it will just follow the black loop.
Obstruction detected.
And now I'm going to do the presentation.
Did you do the touch sensor?
Oh, yeah, I did. Wait, hold on.
Obstruction detected. Obstruction detected for touch sensor.
If there's no questions, I'll hand this to my partner, Mia.
Very good. Thank you.
Now I'm going to be talking about following the black line. Following the black line. We had a question with the process. Why can the robot follow the black line with a light sensor? Well, by using the right turn and the left turn commands, we create a zigzag pattern. What I mean by that is, for the light sensor, if the light sensor detects a light less than 20, it will turn right. So if you see the zigzag right here, and pretend you zoomed up on the black line, the black rectangle is supposed to be the black line. And then they turn right, and once they get to the corner, they will kind of detect a light bigger than 20, so they'll turn left, and they'll keep doing the same thing over and over again. The troubleshooting process. In the next slides, we'll be talking about the troubleshooting process. Troubleshooting is a very complicated program and can be very painful. We learned that breaking it in parts helps. We disabled most parts and tested little parts at a time. The troubleshooting process is just like a tree. We have repeat indefinitely in our code, and it basically just wraps everything inside of it. So pretend that's your main branch or the main part of the tree. And then you see on the left that there's a repeat wait until inside of the repeat indefinitely. That will be the first branch, and then there's a repeat indefinitely inside of the wait until. That will be the second branch coming out of the first branch. And it also relates to troubleshooting, because when we did the troubleshooting, if there was a problem, we broke it up into parts and we disabled little parts at a time, just like how I said right there. And basically for a tree, when you're disabling things, you're almost taking them off. And when you're enabling things, you can put them on later. And now I will hand this over to my partner, Kylan, to explain.
So on-screen display. So we had a problem with the display. How do we put the words in neat rows?
And we're going to show a video of this to explain. On the left, it's what happened the first time, and on the right, it's what happened when we changed a little thing up for the code. Make sure you look at the screen for the EV3 brick, and also look at the code too. For the EV3 brick, the words are just jumbled up together, and they're getting really dark. Now, when we changed one bit of the code, let's see what happens now. When we put it, the words are not jumbled together, but they're kind of blinking, which I guess that's okay.
If you noticed anything, you should have noticed that there was a clear display behind the drive forward.
The clear display helps clear the words on the screen of the EV3 brick. Conclusions. We learned so much from the final project, from programming, troubleshooting, to slides preparation. We learned that not everything is easy, but everything has a solution. We are excited to see what the robot is doing and what we programmed. I hope you are feeling well and the pandemic can be gone soon so we can have a face-to-face meeting next time. Thank you.
Thank you. That was great.
It's awesome.
Okay, that was a good job. You guys went over by a couple of minutes, but that's okay because there's two of you, right? So, and hold on.
Hi, Dad.
Okay. Let me see. Who was next?
Zachary.
Zachary.
Okay. Can I show the code?
Absolutely.
1 second.
Zach, I remember you from the swinging.
Where did I put this code? Screen. This one. Done. Did it work? Let me see. Did that work? Why did that work?
Just go to share content and then press on screen and then press start broadcast.
Oh yeah, I see. You see it now?
Yeah, we can see. We can see.
What this code does is it says how this code works at first. It tells you how to start it and how to stop it. Oops, I think I messed up. But so if the escape button is pressed, it will automatically stop. That's the emergency stop button. And then it will say you press the escape button and the robot has stopped. And it'll flash the red light. And if it finds the black light, it will stop at the same, but it'll also say the robot has detected a path. Press left to go counterclockwise, I think, and then press right to go clockwise. I'll show you an example. Come on. Why is it not working? Wait, is there so bad internet? Why is there so bad internet? One project will run in a moment, in 1,000 years, really.
Okay, yeah, no. Yeah, the internet sucks.
Why does this internet suck so bad?
I can totally relate.
Let me see. Let me see my internet. It's good. Did I help? Hello, internet. Why internet right now? I hate you. Why right now?
So Zach, no worry. Can you is your project saved, right? Can you?
Okay, I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna
No. Do not save it. You see that your project all detached from started block. Did you see that? Yeah.
Try and use a different account. Or
where is this button? No, wrong one. This one. It's enter button.
I mean,
so
look at your code. Your project is not the bottom part detached from the start part. So that's
yeah,
why.
no, I think you might have a problem with
it's
starting.
It worked before. It worked before.
Yeah, Zach, is because your web is lagging now. Maybe you can close all and reopen it.
No. So like one time I actually did work on like my follow the line.
No, you see there's an indicator on your top of your screen said you program final project will run in a moment. That means your application is lagging now.
Yeah, I think it's lagging real hardcore.
Yeah. So one thing you can do, maybe you close that window and reopen and log in again, see if they can save.
Okay, I'm gonna reload this site.
Yeah, how about we get back to you, maybe, Coach Wang?
Yeah, let's do that. While Zach's getting ready. Liam, you want to go?
How do I unpair?
Don't feel bad, Zach. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, Zach, click the reload.
I see it. Done. I'm gonna see it.
So we encourage other students to listen carefully. If you have any comments, put in the chat. We have a coach. They can give comments or feedback, but we would like to have students just be quiet. Thank you so much.
Need to share sound too. Share computer sound. Okay. Go ahead. You're on.
Hi, I'm Liam Long. What my program can do is follow the black line, and it can tell traffic conditions such as the red light. My first loop what my first loop does is it stops the robot if it sees the red light. It also finds obstructions. What the program has is an FQL block. The if is color sensor red. The do is stop and break out of loop. The else is drag forwards, distance ultrasonic sensor. The following block line part has two parts. What the program can do is that the first loop finds the black line. Then the second loop makes the robot turn left when it's not on the black line and turns right when on the black line. The program can also find obstructions. This code also has an if do else block. The if is the first loop if is the color sensor equals black. The do is stop, and then after the stop, it breaks out of the loop. And then the else is the forwards distance ultrasonic sensor. The second part has also an if do else block. The if is color sensor equals black, and the do is turn left. Else is turn right. Why is it so small?
It really doesn't matter. Oh, that's better.
Press enter button to begin. Red light. Press enter button to continue. Obstruction. Obstruction. I found a black line. Press enter button to continue. Obstruction. 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 obstruction, 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 obstruction,
Okay. You're done? Okay.
Great.
All right.
Thank you, Liam. Thank you. Great job.
Good job, buddy.
Good, Liam. Great job.
And the next person is, oh, crap. I'll post the whole thing. And, oh, there it is now.
Yeah.
Zachary, are you ready?
If you're not, we can move on to Jerry.
Yeah, it stopped lagging.
Okay.
Oh, great. Okay, Zach,
like
go ahead.
Said you have bad timing.
I hope it still works. One sec.
Nick of time.
Come on, share. So I'm going to show the example again.
press enter to start,
Oh, I forgot
press
to get
escape
this,
to stop.
this out. Press.
The robot has stopped at a red light. Press enter to drive forwards.
We know, I know. Okay, press. So it can go either way, but I'm just doing right. Yeah, but if there's an obstruction in the path, like say I put this block right here, it's gonna detect the obstruction eventually. Oh, come on. There's no obstruction. Yeah, it goes like that. It makes this weird turn thing, but it at least avoids it. Yeah, it does this. I don't know why, but it does. I really don't know why. And escape stops it. Stop. Come on.
You press the escape button. The robot has stopped.
Yeah, that's. And I think, yeah, that's it. Automatically stops. Let me put this back.
Press enter to start.
Blah blah blah. I know this.
Press escape to stop.
That's. Oh, I think I broke something. Yeah, I did.
The robot has stopped at a red light.
There.
Press
Okay,
enter
that's-
to drive forwards.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Everybody knows.
Very funny.
And then I will show you the other way. Gonna put this block in the way right here, and then turn it this way.
We're not talking. We're talking.
I really don't know why it just makes that humongous turn though. I think because it's still doing the code from the black line. Even it's not on the black line, but since it saw the black line, it's still copying that code. Yeah, and sometimes it clunks on the corner, but at least it avoids it. Yeah, and if you let this going, it's gonna keep on doing this. Literally. I'm gonna check if we added anything else. I think that's all this is. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's all it is. That's all the code does. It says like what you're supposed to do, but all this code is just compacted just to make that little like code thing. Well, most of the code was supposed to be like this part, going in circles. Circles. You know, I'm gonna bring you back. Where's the back button? Can I move this, please? Yeah, I'm gonna move it over here.
Yeah, no, I think it passed 5 minutes already.
How long is this gonna go? Go back. Oh my god. Stop.
Press the stop button.
Yeah, I moved it too far. Yeah, die. I pressed it. Die. Sometimes this happens.
You pressed the escape button.
Blah blah blah. I know.
The robot has stopped.
I know. Everybody knows. What the heck just happened? Okay, gonna move this over here and do it again. I'm just gonna
Press
watch.
enter to start.
Blah blah blah.
Press escape to stop.
Yeah, that's really it. I'm just gonna watch this do it all over again. Should I stop share?
Just stop here. I mean,
Robot
you're
has
I will
stopped.
help.
okay. It already.
Good job.
Okay,
Very
Jared.
good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, after Jared is Kevin Luo. And I need Matthew Z to get prepared, and Derek, you're after Matthew. So Jared, if you're ready.
I didn't finish. Sorry.
So you're not gonna do it?
No, I didn't finish. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
6/8 of the way
You
done.
tried, right? Do you just want to share with us what you tried?
Nah, it's still incomplete.
What's that?
It's still really incomplete. I gotta fix it up.
Okay, you don't want to do it?
Derek left the meeting and he didn't come back.
Don't feel bad. It's a learning
Derek came back,
process.
yeah, with another computer.
What do you mean, Derek? Derek's right there.
Yeah, the code only works on the PC I'm on right now, so
No, not. I didn't say Derek. Jared.
Jared. Oh, here.
Who said it wasn't ready? Derek wasn't ready, or Jared wasn't ready?
Jared.
Jared wasn't ready. Okay.
Okay, so goodbye, Jared.
Okay. I guess we're going to Kevin Law.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Of
Yeah,
course.
just press share
Wait,
screen.
do I go after Kevin?
Go to screen and just
No, I
press
go
share.
after Master. My bad.
So, hi, my name's Kevin Law. Thank you for all the coaches teaching me how to code these stuff. This is the final project, and now I'm going to tell you what it can do. So, if I press the enter button, it'll drive forward, flashing green light. And then, if it detects something's in front of it, it'll say obstruction, flash orange light, and drive backwards. And then when it gets to the red block right here, it say red light, and then it'll break out of the loop to the next loop, and then it'll say click the enter button to continue. I'll click it. It'll flash green light still, drive forward, speed. We have the sensor thing. It'll avoid everything, and if the ultrasonic sensor didn't sense it, the touch sensor would be active. Now it'll go find the black line, and then it will follow it with the sensor, so it wouldn't crash. This is how it looks like. Mhm. Hmm? Oh. And that's all it. Thank you.
Did you have speech blocks in your program? Did you not share the computer sound? Is that why I didn't say anything?
Oh, I didn't share the computer sound.
That's okay. That's okay.
You wanna watch it again?
No, that's okay.
It was pretty good. It's just that all you have to do is add sound in. I
Right.
really didn't see
That's
it.
very good.
Good job,
Thank you,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Click
Really
the enter
smooth.
button to begin.
Now
It's
can you
very
hear it?
smooth.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
smooth.
We saw it work. That's fine.
Obstruction.
Good job, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red light.
Right. Let's move on.
Okay, Matthew.
Okay. This is the project, and I was working on it.
Press enter button to start.
Derek?
But something happened to it.
It wasn't at the start point, that's why.
Press enter button to start.
But this happened.
Why is it turning?
But I can follow the line.
Press enter button to start. Black line detected.
But the obstruction thing isn't like working.
Press enter button to start. Obstruction.
Who's drawing? I think you used the wrong block.
No, this is just a bit cray-cray. No, this is just a big cray-cray.
That's it.
Here, code.
Before I go, Tony's asking when is he gonna go?
What about me? Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna be last as usual. This sucks. I think I'm gonna be last as usual.
Press enter button to start.
What the heck? Okay, so this is my final presentation. I hope you like it. So, I've had a great semester, and I hope you guys have had that as well. I've learned a lot, and I'd like to thank Coach Tom, Coach Zhao, and Coach Wang for their time, and yeah. So my program starts as by prioritizing the
the escape button or the emergency stop button, because that's like if you're in a real automated factory, you need to be able to stop the program whenever you need it. So I use an if-else loop at the beginning. I'll show you guys my code after the presentation. So otherwise, like the second most important thing is to make sure that whoever's operating knows how to begin the program. So I have like a little text box that says click the enter button to begin. So to do this, there's 3 choices: a repeat until loop, an if statement, and a wait until command. So the if statement and the repeat until loop, they like you have to press the enter button multiple times before it works. So you have to use the wait until command. So because it only requires 1 push for the program to begin. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the ultrasonic and touch sensor. So the ultrasonic sensor is really accurate about the distances, but it's difficult to judge distance when moving. So I use a less than or equal to sign rather than equal to sign when in the code to determine the distance better. The touch sensor is much more straightforward. It's basically if this robot is touched, it will carry out a command. I separate the 2 sensors even though they do the same thing because the on-screen display doesn't work when they're together. All right, so now now I want to talk about the red color sensor. So this sensor kind of challenged me a little bit because of like the distance of the zone. So once again, the repeat until and the if commands, they don't really work because like the zone is like a pretty large area. Once again, the wait until loop only requires you to push the enter button once, and then the code will be executed and it'll pass over the area. Now I'm going to talk about following the line. So to follow the black line, the robot has to pulse on the line. So it'll follow the line, and because the line isn't a very normal shape. It's not like a circle or a nice square. It's very irregular. So you have to use a light sensor to like sensor its movement. So it'll pulse to the left, and then to a certain extent it'll pulse back on the right, keeping it on the line. But I noticed that you can't have an if statement before it because that statement will not be true in certain areas of the loop in the little circle. So you need to actually avoid that. And you also, it's the same thing, and the reason why you have to use the light sensors or the color sensor. All right, thank you. All right. I'm gonna show you guys the code first. Like, how do I share sound?
Yeah, before you share your screen, you not stop sharing your screen. Stop sharing it.
Stop sharing it?
No, you don't have to. On the top, there's more, and then you press share computer sound.
Okay, that's also okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Click the enter button to begin.
Okay.
Red light. Click the enter button to continue.
I'm gonna pause it.
Click the enter button to begin. Red light. Click the enter button to continue. I found a black line. Obstruction. Obstruction.
What? I think you forgot that stop place.
It's working, my bad. Just follow the line. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, good job. Thank you, Derek. I missed a little bit of your speech, but that was good, whatever I caught. Hey, guess what? Jingwei, you're next.
Yay. Yay, I'm next. Share screen, start progress. Okay. So you guys can see my screen, right? Okay.
Ooh, that was treasure hunt.
Okay, so hi, I'm Jungwei Jiao, and this is my experience during like a FLL this year. So yeah. So this is my presentation. Here's the KISS rule, keep it simple, stupid. So like it has influenced me by like using less really of anything, just to keep it simple, easier to understand too. So challenging, I was new, I only knew a little bit, I pushed myself to get better, and that's basically challenging yourself. Okay. I had to pay attention, I learned blocks that helped me create programs all because I paid attention, well not all, but like most of the parts, so yeah. Learning sensors, so here are just some sensors I learned during my experience. I mean, so yeah, logic. This helps the robot makes decisions. If there was no logic, the bot won't be smart. And well, here's just the importance of core values I learned. Yeah, I know
Hey,
discovery
Jingwei, can
and
you speak up a little?
teamwork, inclusion, and fun. So the three main parts of FLL are respect, robot, and well, ideas, I should say. And then object avoidance, because I understood on like what the robot did, objects became no problem, avoiding objects became easy, and that's innovation. So binary code, I learned that binary code binary numbers only existed in zeros and ones is the language of a computer. I just thought that was fascinating, so I wanted to include it here. So yeah, follow the black line. This one was pretty hard for me, but I pushed myself till I got a decent score at least. So, I mean, so my final project, this is just a video. I mean, just gonna show you part of it. Can you guys see my screen though?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna show part of it. Minimum. So yeah. So let me just go back. Okay. Dude. Okay, now. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, it's this one, sorry. Sorry, it's just that, I mean, I get confused. Okay, now. So we're back. Okay, so yeah, no, understanding code, you have to understand it in order to create. If you create something but you don't understand, that basically means you learn nothing. So like, what is the point? That's just what my dad taught me. And well, throughout my experience, like here in Lego FLL, I think these were the most important topics I learned. So like first there was core values that played a big role, I think, and then there was another one, programming AV3 bot. I thought that was fun, and then there was and then there were also some other knowledgeable facts such as X and Y axis, longitude, latitude, binary code, KISS rule, a bunch of other stuff. So I'm just happy to be here. And any questions? If not, well, I'm just gonna show you my code. So yeah, no. Okay, so here.
I think you forgot to share computer sound.
So you can't hear it. I mean, right now, like since I'm in Zoom, usually the volume on really anything is like really low besides Zoom. So I pressed microphone on, so I really don't know.
You're not sharing your sound.
Your
I
computer.
pressed microphone on. I use an iPad, okay?
Oh, that's not.
So I don't really know. I mean, on my iPad it's already full volume.
Hi.
Yeah. I already have microphone on, so I don't really know what else. So yeah. Should I do more?
I think your time's up. So
Okay.
very good. Good. I mean, everything is good. There's a lot of prep you did on the presentation part. Excellent job. Excellent job.
Thank you,
Yay,
Jingwei.
thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Next we have Kevin Tang.
So do I start screen share? Do I start screen share?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Okay. So, I didn't really make like a slideshow or anything. I just kind of want to show you the code that I used. So, let me move this over here. I just kind of used lights and I used some of the sensors. I couldn't really figure out how necessary in different scenarios where something happens and then you have to do that, but I didn't really run into that problem in the simulator. So I pretty much this program I made, it's pretty much that I just have this button command, and once I press the button it does this different part of something. So I'll show you. So if it, using the ultrasonic sensor, if it moves close to a structure, it will slow down. And so I have a touch sensor there, and then it stops at the red. Then I have to press the button again, and then it pretty much just drives anywhere. And then it follows the black loop. So that's pretty much all that my program does. Yeah.
Okay, so Kevin, you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Good job, yeah.
Welcome.
Tony, you're next. Eddie, you're right after Tony. Then we have Aiden and Tiger. Then we'll finish up, okay?
Why do my web pages keep reloading? Okay, so hello, we're going to be covering we're going to be compacting a lot of information to very few slides. So first, I would like to thank all of my teachers over this AOE FLL semester. So everyone clap it up for them. Okay, now we're going to get into my presentation. So first, let's go over the core values. The first core values are discovery, innovation, impact, teamwork, inclusion, and fun. Throughout this class, we have covered all of them. For discovery, we learned something new every single class period. For innovation, we were challenged by the many different homeworks that the teachers presented to us. For impact, we created many meaningful codes and projects that could be used in the real world. For teamwork, we worked together as a class and as a team, we learned about many different aspects of FLL. Inclusion. We included each other in our activities, and fun. We had a lot of fun in this. In this class. Okay. How do I have like my speaker notes right next to my like presentation, but you can't see my speaker notes? Is that possible?
No, we can't see your speaker notes.
Okay. Contents. The three main parts: building the program, putting it all together, and debugging. So first, so we covered this last class, the transparent background. As you saw on the last slide, there were many transparent pictures with transparent backgrounds. Use this when you need a transparent background, which makes your pictures cleaner and makes your presentation more worthwhile. Okay, let's start with the three main parts. Overview. For this final program, we need a structure. This structure is called an algorithm. This is necessary as you have to think through the process before you start making the code. This will allow you to have a better understanding and be done with your project quicker. This way you can avoid guessing and thinking on the fly. It makes you more planned. You can plan ahead. The three main parts. Requirements. There were many requirements in this week's final project, but we can easily find them in the previous homework. For example, some of the requirements were following the black line or define paths and making sure the robot talks. We also needed to allow the robot to indicate what it's doing with black lights and displays. As we can see in many previous homeworks, we have done a lot of these things. So we can just take what we have learned previously and apply this to our final project. Let's put that in our algorithm. What are the three main parts? What are the three main parts? Once you get your algorithm, the parts are probably find the line, follow the line, and if you want to, exit out of the program. First, the robot needs to find the line by itself. It needs to follow the line once it finds the line, and when you press escape, it needs to stop. These are the three main requirements. The small stop and sensor details are not very important right now. They will be in the future. First, building the program. Find the black line. We have seen in many previous, in last week's homework, not the final project, we have built a program which finds and follows the black line. So we can take some of that here. So first, here's an exit code that allows you to exit while finding the black line. Here is a move forward code, which if none of these conditions apply, you move forward. Red light. When the color, which the color sensor picks up, is red, then you stop. The color red starts flashing because it's not an error. Error leads to orange lights. This is the program's still active, so we only want a red light. And then it leads to the display and speech. Then it waits until the button enter is pressed, and it continues moving forward. This part is if an object is encountered. When the ultrasonic distance is less than or equal to 10, then the program will stop. Orange lights will start flashing because this is an error. It's not predicted. There's an object blocking the way. So that was included in the requirements. So we can put the orange lights there. Then it talks and tells you about the problem. Then it waits until the enter button is pressed, and it clears the display, which makes the display nice and clean, and it resets the gyroscope, and then you can turn right and continue after going backwards. To find the black line, we have to keep going forward until black is found. Once that happens, we can exit out of the loop. Now, line found, exiting out of the loop. When the color sensor is equal to black, the black line is found. And it says it right here. It also puts it on the display. You have to wait until the enter button is pressed, and you can clear the display and break out of this indefinite loop. Next, exit code between parts. This is only if you actually need between the two parts to exit. This part is for real life scenarios where you want to stop a robot to only go to the line but stop there. I can't include any transparency for these images, as these words sometimes get transparent, get cropped out. Okay, now follow the black line. Okay, where did my arrows go? Okay, here's the move forward code down here. Then you have the red light, it's the same as above. And the find the black line. The object detected is also the same. The following, however, we took from a previous homework. Remember how the zigzag pattern in which the robot goes in? Well, we can just take that and put it into our code right here. So if the color is equal to black, then we can apply this. Also, we need the green color flashing to indicate that the program is active and going. And here's the escape. We can't just do break out of loop. That was one of the issues I encountered because you can only break out of one level of loop. So you have to just use a repeat indefinitely, do stop. Next, putting it all together and debugging. Putting it all together, find the black line. Stop moving between steps and follow the black line. Which one is 1, which one is 2, which one is 3? We can clearly see that find the black line is first. Stop moving between steps must be second because it's between steps, and following the black line must be third. Here's a small video about what my program can do, and we're just gonna skip that and go. I'm just gonna open the Open Roberta. Sorry, my computer's lagging. Okay, so I'm gonna start the simulation. Let's first test if the program will start.
Press enter to start.
Press enter to start. Then let's see if it detects this object in the way.
Object detected. Press enter to continue.
And now is continues going for the black line.
Stopping.
And we press escape and it says stopping. Well, that's supposed to be an orange light. Okay, now we can restart the program and let it just go forward.
Press enter to start. Red light.
It sees
Press
a red
enter
light.
to continue.
We can now press enter to continue.
Black line found. Please press enter to continue.
The black line is found. Now is where you can press enter and the robot will continue moving.
Who's drawing?
Now, while we are following the black line, I'm going to let it follow the black line for a little bit. We can press escape.
Stopping.
And there you go. It stopped. Now, in case I missed any features, we're just gonna watch the short video. Okay, so this is my final project. So I can just mute it. Wait. For the cringe. So we take the EV3 remote.
Tony, can we
Yeah.
just skip the video? You're
Okay,
way
we
out.
can skip that.
Yeah.
Now let's recap. We made the algorithm and we decided what the three major components will be. Find the line, exit between steps, and follow the line. After that, we were able to combine the programs and the code and the program was done. The end. Any questions? Again, thank you for supporting me and all of us during this journey. Thank you, teachers.
Oh, you're certainly very, very welcome. Good job. That's a
Very
lot.
good job.
Yeah. Okay, next we have Eddie.
I can't hear him.
He must be on mute or he hasn't connected to audio.
Something like that.
He's on mute. I mean, he's not on mute, so I don't know what.
He is unmuted.
Yeah, he's on unmute. I mean, he's on mute.
One hear me.
Yeah, Eddie, we can hear you. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
My screen. Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Eddie, and today I'll share my FLL final class presentation. What I'm going to share about is my
It stopped again, the audio.
Can you get closer to the microphone?
Problem number 1 is when the bot stopped at the red light, I had to press the enter button many times to get the bot through the red area. Here's a picture of it stopping at the red light. When the bot stopped at the black line, it wouldn't follow the defined path when I clicked the up repeating. Here's a picture of it stopping at the black line. The reason of the problems was the program was in a single loop that will repeat indefinitely, so it stopped every time the bot met the red light or black pass. As you can see, it's one big repeat indefinitely. My first program. The solution of the problems, well, I divided the program into multiple loops. So when the bot stops at the red light or black path, the program can break out from the original loop. We press the correct button and it will follow the next loop to continue the program. As shown in the picture, across 3 loops, 1, 2, and 3. Here are what the loops do. Loop 1 is designed to have basic movement and avoidance. Also, it stops at the red light or black line. Loop number 2 is basically the same as loop number 1, but it doesn't follow the red line. Loop number 3's purpose is to follow the black path, stop at the red light, and avoid collision. Any questions?
No. Nope.
So
No.
all we need to, but the program is too long and it needs to better follow the KISS rule and make the program simpler. Here are some my acknowledgements or many thanks to Coach Wong, Coach Tang, and Coach Chow for the wonderful teaching. And also thanks to Miss Karen Shi for organizing this class and let us have such a wonderful time. And also many thanks to my dad for helping me with my program. Okay, I'm done. Now I'm gonna show my program. Everyone see my program? Everyone? Yeah. Okay. So it's like, so here's what it does. Wait, am I not showing?
Obstruction detected.
See, and then.
Red light, press enter button to continue. Path detected, press up button to continue. End of program.
So like that's basically what my program does. Thank you everyone for having your
Good job.
Good job, AD.
Yeah, pretty good for a second grader. Pretty good, actually, very good.
Hello, Coach Wan. So who's the next?
I think that's a Tiger, right? Coach Wang.
I'm muted, unfortunately. Yeah. Aiden.
Oh, okay.
So my presentation is about the core values and what it means to me. Okay, so first, to me, it means that if we don't use all of these, that means we're not going to be successful. As for discovery, for me, it means that you have to experiment until you get to the right thing, and disregard failure and don't let that be a setback. Make it a learning experience. For innovation, you have to be creative and use new ways to solve your problems, not already developed ways. For impact, you have to change the world with what we do. We're not doing things to finish them, but to make the world better. For teamwork, we're supposed to work together to achieve what one person can't. So you probably heard there's no I in team. So yeah, it's the same thing. You just don't let others also do it. Don't just like hog everything. For inclusion, I don't think it's not only to accept their differences, but like to use it. I think you might have gone on mute.
No, he's not muted. I don't know why the audio stopped.
Maybe
Aiden, the audio stopped.
Can you hear me? Disconnected. Can you
Oh,
hear
no,
me?
it's back. Yeah, it's back.
Okay. For fun, just enjoy.
There's no screen though.
Just enjoy what you do. But don't if you don't want to do it, don't just stop doing it, but just make it fun so that you can enjoy it. But you still have to stay on track and stuff. And I'm done.
Hey, buddy. Good job. Tiger, last but not least.
Aiden, can you stop your screen sharing?
On OMG, it's actually violin.
Okay, Tiger, are you actually on here? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Tiger is here. Tiger, can you share your screen, please?
Oh yeah, Tiger is here.
Can you hear us, Tiger?
Can you? Maybe you might have not even joined audio. I'm not sure.
He's unmuted. He
unmuted right now. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, you can get started if you like, Tiger.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we're having technical difficulties, or
Are you not ready yet?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah, make a call to Tag and see if
Yeah, I'm
he's
talking to his mom. I think they have some problem with the computer. Let's just move to the next student, okay?
Tiger was the last one.
He was the last one.
Okay, while we're waiting, I just have some quick comments. You guys did great. I mean, this is above my expectations.
Success.
That was excellent.
success for all.
Tiger, it works. It works.
good.
Thank you, Tiger. Can you share your screen?
Okay, he's still getting ready. A lot of you focused on what you did in this speech, showing the code, see how it worked. That was wonderful. But on a presentation like this, the coaches and staff are really more looking for the how and not the what, right? So I think Derek, Tony, Jingwei, Mia all did a very wonderful job at this, right? They actually talked about a specific process or more than one that they had to go through to solve the problem. Not just go and say, okay, this is what I did, this is what I did, this one model does. So put a little, put some context in what you're doing, right? So this is great. I mean, I love it. If we get more participation next time around, I might have to stretch it out to 2, maybe 3 classes, because this, I'm enjoying every minute of this. This is great. Good job, guys.
Good job.
Okay, Tiger, we're ready for you.
Thanks,
Maybe he doesn't want to share.
I think his audio is working though.
Maybe he doesn't want to share.
Hello?
I don't think he even wants to share.
Yeah, the audio is working.
Yeah, Tiger, we can hear you. You
我觉得
can
我们
share
电脑
your
有问题
screen.，
他听不到我，他电脑上听不到你们说话，然后我们这个 speaker 也听不。你能听到我们说话吗？
Yeah, yes.
听到了。
Yes, we have. Yes, we can hear you.
哎，何老师，你能听到我们说话吗
Yes.
可以。How do we talk to them if they cannot?
Yeah, I just texted in the text. Okay, Karen, can you like WeChat her or something?
Yeah, I'm talking to his mom. I think probably, probably they cannot hear us, and we cannot hear him either. I just asked Tiger to turn on the screen so we can see him, and it's okay, Tiger. Sometimes it happens, technical problem. It's okay.
He doesn't want to do it.
I think he has to skip Coach Wang. Yeah.
Oh, then,
They have problem with audio. Yeah.
okay. Well, maybe there will be future opportunities for Tiger. I appreciate all y'all's attendance today. I know school's finally over. Well, since you guys just finished with the presentation, the coaches and the staff need to go over the results, right? See, we'll evaluate each of you, and we'll come up with the listing. Before the end of the coming week, I will list the rewards on, or the people that won on the Google Classroom site, and you can check there. This is officially the last class for this term that will, be face-to-face with each other. So the Google Classroom site will remain open. You guys are certainly more than welcome to use it and chat with each other. You can keep playing with the coding and help each other out, right? Some of you probably still have a lot of questions about what's not working, and you can help each other with the troubleshooting if you like. I will be also posting a copy of the code that's exactly to the requirements, right? I'll either post one of mine or one of you guys, all right, with the one of you guys program, whoever had that is working. Haven't figured that one out yet. So good job, guys. Like I said, you did above and beyond. There's a lot more than what I expected. So this is wonderful. If I may, we talked about the 3D printing class last time. I actually made a small model that's what we'll be using in the next class.
So instead of Lego class, we're gonna have printing class.
Well, there will be another Lego class before. Stop. Put it down. Put it down. It's all here for a reason. Okay. So without further ado, this is what I came up with.
It's a house.
This is a little house. So when you do 3D printing, there's a lot of aspects you need to be concerned of. For instance, there are certain things 3D printing does one layer at a time, right? So on areas like an empty, like the top of a triangle, right? So if you start on the bottom here, there's a layer. But on the top, once you reach print it over, you started the base print over here, there's nothing beneath the top. So you need something called support. But when you put support in there, is using the same 3D printing material, they just print a loose pattern so you can meant to be broken off later. But that messes with the finish of your final part. So one should be considerate when you design your part to make it not needing support as much as you can. So one way to do this is to do this stuff in parts. So the roof comes apart. So when you print the roof, you put the part on the bed like this. So the entire way it prints, it has support beneath it. And
maybe you can just super glue the roof to it. Maybe you can super glue.
Afterwards, you can. Actually, I did. This is the chimney that comes apart. So the house itself is done in 4 walls. Each wall is done, by itself and glued together. And then we'll have a base piece, right? So then you can assemble it.
Red?
What was that?
Do all the print have to be red?
No, but this is the color of material I have for now. It doesn't have to be red. There are all kinds of colors. Some of them even have variable colors. You can change colors. Where's my thing with the 2 colors? And they're the red and black one. Yeah. Like it's maybe I've shown it to you guys before. This is like a red and black block. So this is the same thing. You can print it in different colors. There are different ways of doing this. So to learn more about it, we'll be starting this class before too long. Have your parents keep a close eye on the WeChat announcement site. Miss Karen will keep you guys posted.
Where are the rewards?
So this should be interesting. Okay.
Wait, I have a question. So are there like, so for this, do you actually have to code or is it more like kind of design?
It's 3D drafting, more design than anything.
Okay.
But there is a logic behind it, right? What do you do first? What do you do second? So if you do any kind of mechanical engineering, even if you want to go to engineering school in due time,
like I said,
drafting is a required curriculum in school. So you have to know how to draw certain things. So what is drawing really in the engineering world? That's how you pass information, right? Now we mentioned in the presentation techniques, a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So there's nothing that relays information better than an engineering drawing as far as any specific object that shows functionality, the size and shape of it. So drafting is very important as far as engineering's career goes. All right, I think I've said enough. Taken up enough you guys' time.
I wish,
a good bit longer.
Maybe there's printing class. I hope there is printing class.
So we will probably resume our session 2 of First Lego League somewhere in the middle of July. And
July?
in the middle of July, yes. The week after 4th of July, I think. Starting on the 12th with it.
4th of July, America's birthday.
It's tentatively scheduled to start on the 12th. And of course, if things change, we'll change the announcement. So if you guys would like to come back, make sure you mention to your parents. We'll do some more more interesting things together next time. Okay.
I want to come back.
So with that said, the coaches and staff will remain a little bit. We'll talk some about the awards and do a little bit of voting. And the rest of you are dismissed. Have a great summer. All right.